Are you missing this one crucial piece to your tennis game, to your ground stroke specifically? If you're missing this one crucial piece, it could be crushing your ground strokes, meaning like you're not hitting it in, but it's actually not working. So it's really important to understand what this piece is, because guess what? You see it every day when you're watching the pros and they do it great, but I bet you're not doing it so great, because if you did, you'd have great timing and consistent power. So before we get into what this crucial element or piece is to your ground strokes, let's first of all thank Love Tennis for providing these videos. Without that, I wouldn't be able to do this analysis to show you what you're missing out on. So let's talk about what this crucial piece is. Well, there's 3 different phases to most ground strokes. There's the preparation phase, there's the acceleration phase, and the deceleration phase for the most part. Now, most players focus on the acceleration. This is all we hear about. How can I hit the ball bigger? How can I hit it bigger and then hit it even more bigger? I guess if you can do that. But here's the key. To hit the ball bigger and more consistently, you have to have great timing. So therefore, people go, how do I time the ball correctly? And so this is this big mystery of how timing works, and you get this kind of airy-fairy, well, Roger is mystical and therefore he can time the ball better than anyone else in the world. That's why he's the best player in the world. Well, yes, he is slightly mystical, but there are some key things you can learn to maybe sprinkle some mystical dust on yourself. So what that is the unit turn, and you probably heard this when most of your pros tell you, get the racket back, get the racket back. You're gonna have better timing if you get the racket back. This is partially true, and the reason why is there's a specific way that you have to get the racket back that a lot of pros and just most people miss. And if you're missing this element, then it's gonna pretty much corrupt or at least hinder your timing. So let's get into it. The proper way of doing your unit turn is making sure that you coil with your shoulders, and that's just not the end piece. Most people say, oh, okay, I coil with my shoulders, or what they do is they turn their entire body and they're coiling with their shoulders, but there really isn't a coil. So let's go to Roger. And he's gonna do a back in here, and we'll go through a couple different strokes. But you can see this, the key to doing the unit turn is not just doing the unit turn, but it's the timing of the unit turn that helps you with your timing. And so by doing the unit turn early, it actually helps you or puts you in a position where you can initiate your stroke cleaner and easier. And what I mean by this is that most players don't do the unit turn early enough, meaning that they might try to do the unit turn, but while the ball's bouncing, they're doing the unit turn, and then they have to speed up and everything just breaks. You don't have that magical fairy dust anymore. So it's really key, if you watch here, as Stan on the other side over here hits the ball to Roger, he's gonna do a unit turn on his backhand side. And I want you to notice right here, he's in his unit turn. Now you can't see it, but you'll see it in a second, haha. The ball hasn't bounced yet, and Roger's already in a full unit turn. This is the key, that most recreational players, and even some good players, are late on this move. And so what they're doing is they're waiting for the ball to bounce before they even start going into their unit turn. So you can see it here, the ball still hasn't bounced yet, and Roger's completely ready to initiate his swing. And what I mean by initiate, start the forward motion of the swing. And that's why he has such great timing. Most recreational players, myself included sometimes, and probably you, when you're in this position, guess what, or when you're trying to start this position, the ball has already bounced. Guess what, you're late. So, since he's doing this unit turn, a couple key elements to notice about the unit turn is not just he's turning his body, he's coiling his shoulders and his torso, but he's also coiling this past his hips, meaning that if I'm just right here and I'm turning, well, my shoulders and my torso, which you probably can't see right now, are facing in the same direction. But if I turn my shoulders a little bit more, that extra little twist allows me to store energy that I can now use. So now the ball's about to bounce and he initiates his forward swing, and it looks like, wow, magic. Roger just picked this ball up off practically the baseline with ease. The reason it's with ease is because the timing of the unit turn and the timing of the initiation. And the key is doing your unit turn before, or at least probably a little bit before the time the ball bounces, so you have time to initiate that forward swing. Now here's the beauty of this. Now we're gonna watch Stan receive Roger's ball. And what I want you to watch for in Stan's forehand is how he's initiating his unit turn. The ball, which you can see here, is still in the air, and bingo, he's in the same exact position that Roger was on his backhand, meaning that he has a unit turn prepared to initiate his forward swing. Okay, the ball's bounce and bingo. And not only that, if you notice, Roger's ball bounces pretty much might be a little bit out, but it's on the baseline, and Stan's able to hit it back, no problem. Again, Stan must have this sprinkle dust or something on his backhand or on his forehand as well. So let's go to Nadal now, because you're thinking maybe it's just these two. Well, no. Nadal's going to show you the exact same thing, that he's going to initiate his unit turn before the ball bounces. So he's going to receive a forehand here, and you can already see, and if you can't tell right here, the ball is right here. He's bingo in his unit turn. He's also achieved that extra twist right here, and the ball's about to bounce, and bingo. Timing looks like it's super easy. It is much easier if you initiate the unit turn early enough that when you initiate your forward swing, it can be smooth. Let's see a backhand just to make sure. So he receives a backhand, ball still in the air. Look at that. He turns, his shoulders are a little bit past his hips, and you can see the racket ready to go forward towards or initiate that forward swing. And bingo. This is what makes the pros look so smooth. It's not magical fairy dust or they have the most perfect timing. Is that they have trained themselves to initiate or start their unit turn early enough so when they start their forward swing, you don't have to worry so much with the timing because you're ready to go forward. Most recreational players start so late with their unit turn that they're catching up, and therefore their timing is awful. Or maybe not awful, it's just not consistent. So if you want to have better timing, start focusing on when you're hitting, whether you're warming up, getting to the point where you start initiating your unit turn while the ball's in the air. So by the time the ball bounces, you're ready to have that second initiation of your forward swing. This will make it so much better, and it might feel a little odd in the beginning, but if you practice this, this is the same thing the pros do to help them achieve great timing. So go out, practice this, and one more thing, super important. If you're looking for a better way to improve your game, well, guess what? Essential Tennis is offering a free membership. You heard me, free. So just like things like this, talking about the unit turn, it would be super easy for you to go out or go sign up for a free membership and learn a lot of great things to help you with your ground strokes, your serve, and other parts of your game. So go there and do that now.